I'm not letting you take her, you hear me?
Everyone stay calm. The Prophet foresaw this day would come.
Bring us the goal and wipe away the debt.
Hey gamers, welcome back to Square One Games. My name is Exonovit, and welcome to the very first episode of a little mini-series here on the channel for Bioshock Infinite. We're going to basically be going through the 1999 mode and completing that, so we're going to be getting that unlock out. Now there's a couple things that I want to go over before we get into this series, a couple of like tips and tricks. It's like my 10 commandments, if you will. Now feel free to skip this section of the video if you want to. There'll be an annotation right now if you want to kind of skip over these tips and get right into the action. But I did want to go ahead and cover these because they're general and they're not necessarily stuff I'm going to be saying while the video runs. So just keep that in mind. So the first thing is to keep your distance when fighting enemies, just to avoid scenarios where they overwhelm you with like multiple strikes. Alright, so the second thing is to play the game slowly. Remember to go off the beaten path, explore, because you want to maximize your health, your salts, and your money. Remember, money is just as important as health in this game because it's how you continue if you die. So just keep that all in mind. Number 3, loot everything. Crates, baskets, barrels, bodies, purses, desk, whatever you can find. The rule of thumb is if it blinks, loot it. Alright, number 4. Remember to rob all the vending machines. As you pass by vending machines, pull out your possession vigor, which is one of the first vigors that you get in the game. Make sure that you use it on the machine, and then collect all the coins that drop underneath. That's a great way to keep your wallet full. Okay, number 5, save your money. The combat areas tend to be a little bit easier in the beginning of the game versus obviously later on in the game. So this should be enough time for you to kind of store up a lot of money, keep yourself alive. And then later on in the game, when you have a big stash of cash, you can basically, do things like upgrading your vigors and your weapons if you want to. But in my opinion, it's better just go ahead and save the cash in the beginning. Once you get to the later parts of the game where the fights are hard, then you can start spending some cash. Number 6, if you're also trying to get the unlocked Scavenger Hunt, make sure to avoid the dollar bill vending machine. The reason why I say this is because you can get the unlock for beating 1999 mode while visiting vending machines. But remember, there's a second unlock called Scavenger Hunt. So if you want to try to get both of these in one shot, then remember you can't buy anything from the dollar bill vending machine. Number 7, remember to collect infusions. They're very important to kind of building the stats of your character up. My major focus is always going to be the shield upgrade first. I want to make sure that I get all 10 of their upgrades before I move on to health or salts. I will be showing you that during this particular tutorial where I collect the infusions and which ones I upgrade. But remember, you can always adapt that to your playstyle. You don't have to follow that to a T in order to get through the series. Okay, number 8, use your shield. Go in and out of cover. Don't be afraid to take a hit or two because, that's what the shield is for. It's designed for you to take some shots. By taking those shots, you'll be able to identify enemy placements within these big combat areas, and it's going to make your gunfights a whole lot easier. Number 9, collect gears. Now gears are all throughout the game. There's well over 30 of them, but you don't actually have to collect them all because you can only hold 4 in your inventory at one time, or meaning you can only have 4 on your person at one time. And but it's good to have those other ones as a backup. I'm only going to show you in this video series the ones that I pick up because that's the ones that I know that I want to get to kind of adapt to my playstyle. So feel free to kind of venture out and do your own thing with those, but I'm going to show you the ones that I like to use to get me through this mode. Number 10, and this is probably the most important one of all, the way that I play a game is not the way that you play a game. Some people play conservative, some people are a little bit more ambitious when they play. Now I tend to be a little bit more aggressive when I play these games, but when it comes to the harder modes, the harder difficulties, I tend to be a whole lot more conservative. So when you watch these videos based on the way that you play, you're going to have to kind of adapt my strategies to your play style. Now, I'm probably going to be showing you a more conservative play for 1999 mode because I want it to be clean and something that I can put down into a strategy. But the way that you play, you might want to adapt that and say, hey, well, Exonovit used this vigor right here, but if I had an RPG here, I could probably do a lot more work or whatever. That's entirely up to you, so just keep that in mind as you play the game. And that's it. Those are my 10 commandments, and let's go ahead and get on into this first chapter. Okay, so now that we have some basic rules out of the way, let's go ahead and work on the unlock written in the clouds. And this is also going to be the first part of our 1999 mode. Now, there's actually no enemies in this first section. Some of you guys may not have played the game yet, So that's kind of how I'm coming across with these videos. You're going to end up going up to this lighthouse. You're going to open up this door. Like I said, there's no enemies in here. You just want to follow the spiral staircase all the way up to the top. And you want to go ahead and hit your action button around this bell area. You're going to just follow the letter that's in your hand. It's going to tell you how many times to ring each bell. And then shortly after a little cutscene, you're going to get in this chair. It's going to be another little cutscene sequence. And then you're going to see your unlock pop as you descend down to the lower levels of the building that you're in. And that's going to be it. That's going to take care of Written in the Clouds. If you want to go ahead and forward to the next episode in this series, go ahead and hit the link at the bottom of the screen where it says skip to episode 2. And I'll see you when you get there. You guys have a good day. Be good.